distance above global conflict zones, a shadow glides unseen, sleek, formidable, and impossibly silent. This is the B-2 Spirit, the crown jewel of American air power, with its iconic flying wing silhouette and near-mythical stealth technology. The B-2 isn't just a weapon, it's a symbol of dominance, of deterrence, of the invisible line between war and peace. But within the high-tech silence of its cockpit, another story has been unfolding, one equally powerful, though far less told. The quiet rise of female pilots commanding one of the most secretive aircraft in the world. For decades, the B-2 Spirit has existed in a realm beyond ordinary aviation, born for missions that span continents, evading radar and delivering payloads that change the fate of nations. Flying it demands more than skill. It requires mastery, physical endurance, mental resilience, encyclopedic knowledge, and judgment under pressure. Historically, roles in strategic bombers were dominated by men, but as the U.S. military evolved, meritocracy began to replace tradition, and in the cloistered halls of Whiteman Air Force Base, the only home of the B-2 fleet women, stepped into the shadows of the bat-winged Spirit, not as observers, but as leaders. Becoming a B-2 pilot isn't something you apply for, it's something you earn. Most who make it there have already logged thousands of hours flying heavy bombers like the B-52 or the B-1. They've faced complex air combat scenarios, flown in tense skies, and proven themselves in every measurable way. Once selected, the path doesn't get easier. Training is immersive and brutal. In simulators, pilots rehearse engine fires, mid-air refueling failures, stealth penetration in hostile zones over and over until their instincts respond before their minds do. They must endure missions that stretch beyond 40 hours with no room for error. And every test is graded not on gender, but on excellence. In this crucible of pressure, a few remarkable women have emerged. Among them is Brigadier General Kristen Goodwin, who carved history as one of the first women to fly the B-2 in combat during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Her leadership later extended far beyond the cockpit. She became the first woman to command a bomber unit and later led cadets at the Air Force Academy, embodying a new generation of warrior leaders. In recent years, Captain Lauren Creighton joined this elite circle, becoming only the 10th woman ever certified to fly the B-2 Spirit. Her journey wasn't exceptional because she was a woman, but because she met the impossible standard of flying America's most complex aircraft and passed during a recent high-stakes operation targeting key nuclear assets in the Middle East. Forces executed a highly coordinated campaign involving submarines, long-range cruise missiles, and the B-2 Spirit. Among the air crews was a female B-2 pilot, a quiet presence in one of the most complex airstrikes in recent history. She flew through night skies toward one of the most volatile regions on Earth, guiding a machine that barely exists on radar, carrying out a mission known only to a few. She was not there to prove herself. She was there because she was the best for the job. These women are not tokens or footnotes. They are tacticians, engineers, leaders, and above all, warriors. Flying the B-2 is a duty that demands absolute commitment, no second chances, no almost. Their inclusion isn't about visibility. It's about capability. Their presence challenges every stereotype about gender and war, and yet they don't seek recognition because the very nature of their work demands silence. Classified missions, covert routes, no glory shots, just results. Every time a young girl sees a pilot step into the B-2, she should know this. There are no roles out of reach. The cockpit no longer belongs to just one kind of person. It belongs to the capable, the bold, the relentless. These pilots are not just rewriting military history, they're rewriting expectations. In a world where the loudest voices often get the spotlight, the B-2 Spirit operates differently in visible, precise, and decisive So do its pilots. They don't need fanfare. They don't ask for attention. But they've changed the future of aviation forever. And when history looks back on this era, it won't just remember the machine that could disappear. It will remember the women who rose from the silence and flew it.